Hello guys, welcome sa lecture natin for today. Okay, so today we will be discussing our first topic for the semifinals. So our topic for the semifinals will be all about integrating factors. Okay, so let's go. So at the end of this session, hopefully these are the things that we will be able to accomplish. The first one is to introduce kung ano ba yung integrating factor. Next is to know the different integrating factor methods na available. Then third one is to discuss and derive yung test for exactness of a differential equation. So later on, we will be discussing more on that. Then fourth is to determine by inspection the integrating factor of the differential equation. And last is to solve the differential equation by exact equation and by inspection. Okay? So, since may usapan natin yung integrating factor, maganda is i-define natin kung ano ba integrating factor. Okay? So sabi, ang integrating factor daw is a function by which an ordinary differential equation can be multiplied in order to make it integrable. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, it's a function, a polynomial function or radical function na i-multiply natin sa given differential equation natin. So, um, ano lang natin, di ba, ang differential equation natin, ang standard form natin is naka m in terms of x and y, dx siya, and n x and y, dy is equals to 0. So, ito yung differential equation natin. No? Then, yung pag hindi natin ma-solve yung problem, dyan papasok yung mga integrating factor natin na pwede nating i-multiply sa kanya. No? So, yun yung I. Yung I na to, ito yung integrating factor na hinahanap natin. Okay? So, there are 6 methods in total sa paghanap ng integrating factor. Okay? So, di ba yung previous lesson natin ng midterms, meron tayong 3 methods na pinag-usapan. Yung separation of variables, homogeneous equation, tsaka yung linear equation by to coefficient, no? So, kapag yung differential equation natin is not homogeneous, so pag chinek natin yung homogeneity niya, tapos gawa tayo nakukuhang value ng degree, then kapag halimbawa tinry natin yung linear equation na formula, chinek natin kung parallel or perpendicular siya, tapos wala pa din nangyari after nung matransform natin siya sa transform equation, then when check the homogeneity, nag-fail ulit siya sa homogeneity niya. Then pag sa separation of variables, there are no method kung paano ma-separate yung two variables, yung x and y sa respective variables nila. So dito papasok yung integrating factor. Okay? So yan. So additional 6 methods yung pag-aaralan natin. So hopefully, ito yung ma-cover natin lahat sa semifinals. Okay? So for today, we will be discussing the first two muna. So yung exact equations and integrating factor by inspection. So yung first two. Then we have four more. Yung integrating factor by formula, linear equations, Bernoulli equations, and substitution method. Okay? So yung 5 dyan, yung 2 to 5, ito talaga yung ginagamit na integrating factor na method, no? Yung exact equation is basically yung preliminary concept sa pag-solve ng integrating factor. So, ibig sabihin, pag pinag-aaralan natin ng exact equation mamaya, yung method na gagawin natin sa kanya is also applicable lahat sa 2 to 6. Kaya kailangan, ang unang preliminary concept na aralin natin is yung exact equation. Okay? So, in order to solve the other methods or to use the other methods, we have to be knowledgeable enough dun sa first method, which is exact equation. Okay? So, kaya pag-usapan natin ngayon is exact equations. Okay? So, pag sinabi exact equations, paano masasabi exact ang equation? So, meron tayong test for exactness ng equation. So, halimbawa daw, if yung m, xy, okay, and nxy are continuous functions and have continuous first partial derivative, then a necessary and sufficient condition that the differential equation, so ito yung given differential equation natin, magiging exact daw siya kapag yung partial ni m in terms of partial ng y is equal sa partial of n in terms of partial of x. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano yung function mo sa m, ipa-partial derivative mo siya na in terms of y lang. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng x dun sa m equation mo is treated as constant. So, y lang yung ide-derive mo. Then, dito sa partial of n over partial of x, so lahat lang nung x yung ide-derive mo. So, lahat ng y will be treated as constant. Okay? So, ano bang magandang example nito? So, a simple example siguro. So, we have, halimbawa, 2xy plus x dx plus x squared plus y dy is equals to 0. Okay. So, let's say, for example, tinry nyo na yung first three methods, no? Yung separable, homogeneous, and yung linear coefficient with two variables, no? And hindi natin ma-solve. So, pupunta ka na sa exact equation. Okay? So, yung first term natin, so ito, this is our m, and this is our n. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin prove na equal yung partial derivatives na with respect to the shown na mga variable, no? So, let's start with m. So, halimbawa dito si m. Ang m natin is equals to 2xy plus x. Okay? So, partial of m with respect to partial of y. So, ibig sabihin, si y yung magiging variable natin. Lahat ng x will be treated as constant. So, ibig sabihin, yung first term natin, 2xy. So, 2x is constant, then derivative ni y. So, sabihin, 2x. Then, si x is constant, yung second term. So, 0 na siya. So, 2x lang yung partial derivative natin doon. Okay? Then, second one, ang n natin is identified as x squared plus y. So, pag kinuha natin yung partial of n with respect to partial of x, so si x lang yung variable natin as si y is treated as constant. So, yung second term is constant. Pag kinuha natin derivative, it's 2x plus 0. Kasi yung y natin is constant. So, 0 na siya. So, ngayon, check mo kung yung values mo nung partial derivative mo ng m and n are equal. So, as we can see, para siyang 2x. So, therefore, the given, the DE, differential equation is exact. Okay? So, ganun yung pag-check sa kanya. So, once na na-check mo na exact equation yung differential equation mo, ngayon papasok yung step kung paano sinosolve yung exact equations. Okay? So, ito yung steps pag-solve ng exact equation. So, yung first one daw, isa-set natin na yung m natin is equals to partial of f all over partial of x. Okay? Or kukunin natin yung integration ng df is equals to integration of m dx plus phi y, where phi y is the constant of integration. So, later makikita natin kung paano na-apply. Ano? Then, number 2, after getting that, we obtain yung partial of f with respect to partial of y, and i-equate natin siya dun sa value ni n, or yung integration ng df is equals to integration of n dy. Then next, the preceding step gives phi prime y is equals to d phi over dy, or integration of d phi is equals to integration of fy dy. Okay? Then last is to substitute yung value ng phi sa f plus phi is equals to c to obtain yung required solution ng given differential equation natin. Okay? So, to better understand this concept, so punta tayo sa example. Ano? So, let's say meron tayo dito, solve the equation daw of 3xy squared dx plus 3x squared y plus 4y squared dy is equals to 0. So, first thing lagi is to test for exactness natin. Ano? So, 3xy, since nasa dx yan yung m natin. Then, itong kasunod is ito yung n natin. Okay? Dito ko lagay sa taas yung solution niya. So, yung partial of m with respect to partial of y, okay, will be, so 3x is constant times 2, then y. Okay? So, ito is 6xy. Okay? Next is partial of n with respect to x. So, this will be yung 3y will be constant, so 2 times x. Then, yung second term niya will be constant na, so 0 na siya. So, this will be 6xy also. So, therefore, exact. Okay? So, ngayon, exact siya. I-apply natin ngayon yung nakuha natin uh, yung value ng yung solution natin dito. Okay? So, yung first one is set partial of f over partial of x is equals to m, or ito yung gamitin natin, ano? So, itong term na to. Okay? So, isa-substitute lang natin yung value ng m dun sa given differential equation na yan. Okay? So, first step daw is integral of df is equals to integral of m dx plus phi y. Okay? So, substitute natin yung m. So, df is equals to, yung m natin is taken dito sa to 3xy squared. So, yun natin, 3xy squared dx plus phi y. Okay? And then, we obtain muna yung solution dyan, no? So, integral tayo dito. Pag in-integrate natin yung left side, this will be f is equals to, dito sa term natin na to, dx lang tayo. So, yung lahat ng hindi variable x will be treated as constant. So, constant is pwede nating ilabas. No? So, this will be 3y squared. Tapos, integrate natin yung x dx. No? So, times x squared over 2 plus phi y. Okay? So, yung value ng f natin ngayon will be 3 halves x squared y squared plus phi y. Okay? So, ito na yung first equation natin. Okay? So, first step. Next daw is obtain daw natin yung partial of f over partial of y is equals to n, or derivative ng f is equals to n dy. So, try natin gamitin is itong second one. Itong first one pala. Partial of f is partial of y is equals to n. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung value ng f na nakuha natin. Kailangan kunin natin yung partial derivative niya in terms of y. Then, i-equate natin siya dun sa n natin. So, ang ano natin, so number 2 natin, so partial of f with respect to y. Again, yung f natin ng value is ito. So, kunin natin yung partial derivative niyan with respect to y. So, that will be, so, constant yung 3 half x squared. So, yung y squared lang yung ano natin. So, magigitong 2 times y. Tama? Plus phi prime y. Okay? Kasi in terms of y yung phi, ang gagawin natin, equate natin siya dun sa value ng n. Okay? So, equals to sa, this will be 3x squared y plus phi y is equals to, value ng n natin is ito. No? 3x squared y plus 4y squared. This will be 3x squared y plus 4y squared. Okay? So, transpose natin. So, magka-cancel out to. So, matitira natin is yung phi y is equals to 4y squared. Okay? So, yan yung sa step 2 natin. Okay, dito. Step 3, the preceding step gives yung phi prime y natin is equals to d phi over dy. So, gagawin natin. So, third step natin. So, yung phi y natin will be d phi over dy is equals to 4y squared. So, pag kinuras multiply natin, this will be d phi is equals to 4y squared dy. Then, kunin natin yung integration niya. Makukuha natin yung value ng phi. Okay? So, yung phi natin will be equals to 4y cubed over 3. Okay? Okay. Tama ba? Okay, so when we have that na, ang kasunod na daw is substitute natin yung phi na nakuha natin sa f plus phi is equals to c. Okay, so final na tayo. So meron na tayong value ng phi na 4y cubed plus over 3. Okay, so substitute natin sa f plus c. Okay, so f plus c is equal, f plus phi is equals to c. So this will be, yung f natin is 3 halves x squared y squared plus yung phi natin will be 4y cubed over 3 is equals to c. So that is our required solution for the given differential equation. Okay? Okay? So next, we try the next example. So, ito. So solve 2xy minus secant squared x dx plus x squared plus 2y dy is equals to 0. Okay? So, try natin ulit. So, ito yung m. Ito yung n. So, partial of m with respect to partial of y. So, ibig sabihin, in y lang tayo. So, yung may y lang is yung first term. So, yung second term will be 0. First term natin will be 2x. Okay? Then, partial of n with respect to partial of x. So, x lang. Yung second term natin will be 0 again. Then, yung first one will be 2x. So, therefore, our equation is exact. Okay? So, once exact na siya, so, integration of df is equals to m dx plus phi. Substitute natin yung value ng m. So, integration of df is equals to m natin is 2xy minus secant squared x dx plus phi y. Okay? Then, we try to simplify. Okay? So, f will now be equals to yung y magiging constant siya. So, magiging y times yung 2y bx squared over 2 minus integration of secant squared is tangent. So, tangent x plus phi y. So, this will be cancelled out. So, yung value ng f natin will be x squared y minus tangent of x plus phi y. Okay? Next, we get yung partial derivative ng f na value na nakuha natin with respect to y. So, that will be x squared plus phi prime y. Kasi equate natin dun sa n. Okay? So, yung x squared plus phi y natin equals sa value ng n natin is x squared plus 2y. So, mag-cancel out yung x squared. Therefore, ang phi prime y natin will be 2y. Then, third one, so magiging siyang d phi over dy is equals to 2y. Therefore, d phi is equals to 2y dy. Integrate. So, we have phi is equals to y squared. Okay? So, substitute natin sa equation na f. Fourth step, f plus phi is equals to c. So, ang f natin is x squared y minus tangent x plus yung phi natin is y squared is equals to c. Okay? So, this will be our final answer. Okay? So, basically, parang simple lang naman siyang gawin, no? So, depende din sa given equation natin. Okay? Okay, so we have to proceed. Last example na lang for this method. So we have dito, solve e raised to 2y minus y cosine xy dx plus 2x e raised to 2y minus x cosine xy plus 2y dy is equals to 0. So this is m Okay, sorry. So this is m, then this is n. Okay, so partial of m with respect to y, so that will be 2e 2y minus, okay, so pwede siyang i-derive, no? So cosine, so y times negative sign xy, the derivative nung nasa loob is x, so treated as constant yung kasama niya, so that will be x, okay, so plus cosine xy, okay, so simplify lang natin, so t e2y, so this will be negative negative positive xy sine xy minus cosine xy, okay. Then we try to get yung kasunod, yung sa n. So partial of n, so dito ko nalagay, partial of n with respect to x will be equals to um, 2 e2y, okay, minus, so product tayo, we have x times negative sign xy times y plus cosine of xy, then yung 2y will be 0, okay. So 2e2y plus xy sine xy minus cosine of xy. So let's check kung equal ba sila. So ito equal doon. So therefore exact, no? So exact yung solution natin. Okay. Okay. Now we try to solve yung kanyang required solution. So lipat natin sa isang papel, no? So magiging kasunod natin df, first step natin is equals to integration of m dx plus phi ng y. Okay? So this will be f is equals to, yung m natin dito is e2y minus y cosine xy. Okay? So ang m natin will be e2y minus y cosine xy dx plus phi y. Okay? So f will be equals to e2yx, then minus, lalabas natin yung y, then para maging tama yung nasa loob niya, so cosine xy, di ba? So xy, so dapat ang derivative natin is y dx. So dapat multiply natin ng 1 over y, then integration ng cosine is sine xy, okay, plus phi y. Okay? So let's try to simplify. So we have f x e 2y, cancel out yung y, so sine xy plus phi y. Okay? So yun step 1 natin. So step 2 is to get yung partial of f with respect to partial of y. Tapos equate natin sa n. Okay? So partial of f over partial of y. So this will be constant si x. So magiging 2x e 2y minus, so derivative ng sine is cosine xy. Then derivative nung nasa loob in terms of y. So x plus phi y. So equate natin sa n. So ang n natin is 2x e 2y minus x cosine xy plus 2y. Okay? So, try natin simplify muna. So, 2x e 2y minus x cosine of xy plus 3 prime y. So, 2x e 2y minus x cosine of xy plus 2y. Then, transpose natin. This will be cancelled out. Then, this will be cancelled out. Matitira sa atin is 3 prime y is equals to 2y. Okay, so that is our second step. Third step is, so si phi y natin is equals to d phi over dy equals to 2y. Okay, so magiging d phi is equals to 2y dy. Integrate natin, this will be phi is equals to y squared. Okay, so yung fourth equation natin will be f plus phi is equals to c. So yung f natin is ito. Okay. So, yung phi natin, ang value na is y squared is equals to c. So, this will be our equation. Okay? Okay? So, I hope malinaw na kung paano ina-apply yung 4 steps after identifying na exact equation siya. Okay? So, if you are having difficulty understanding kung paano yung method, you can rewind yung video na to, no? So that you can review kung paano siya nangyari, no? And practice more on solving this kind of problems. Okay? Next, we try to go sa next topic natin, which is integrating factor by inspection. Okay? So, sa integrating factor by inspection, so sabi, if the differential equation, ito yung standard form natin ng differential equation, is not exact. Okay? So, hindi siya exact, tapos hindi din pwede yung first three methods na alam natin ng midterm. So, it is possible na i-transform natin yung given differential equation na yun by multiplying a judicious factor. Okay? Judicious, so ibig sabihin naka-base sa judgment nung nagsosolve. So basically, sa knowledge nyo ng differentials, no? Tinatawag nating integrating factor. Okay? So yung mga judicious multiplier na to, ito yung I na tinatawag natin sa solution, na kapag minultiply natin yung given differential equation natin na hindi exact, minultiply natin, makukuha na natin yung integrate, yung madaling integration niya. Okay, yung madali na natin ma-solve yung required solution natin. So, by using integrating factor by inspection, so basically, nakasalala yun dun sa magiging itsura nung terms mo kapag ni-rearrange mo siya. So, yung first step mo dito is to regroup yung differential equation mo. So, proper grouping ng differential equation mo. Kasi, sa integrating factor by inspection, meron tayong table of integrating factors. Okay? So, meron tayong mga values na pwedeng guide to use. Okay? So, halimbawa, ito. Dahil sa first one, meron ka nakita sa equation mo na group of terms sa y dx minus x dy. Okay? So, para maging exact differential siya o exact equation siya, kailangan magkameron siya ng x squared sa ilalim. No? So, kailangan multiply mo siya ng negative x squared para maging ganito yung form niya. X dy minus y dx over x squared, which is the exact derivative ng y over x. Kasi di ba y over x, so b u prime minus u b prime over b squared. So, equals sa, so, x dy minus y dx over x over x squared. Okay? Which is, yung kabaliktaran lang, no? So, ito yung meron halimbawa tayo sa given, ito yung minultiply natin na integrating factor. So, yung original equation niya, yung differential niya, so, ito, y over x. Okay? Kasi pag halimbawa, pinasok mo yan sa loob ng integration, so, halimbawa, naging siyang dx, y over x equals na yan agad sa y over x. Okay? So, nilabas mo lang. So, nag-cancel out yung integration sign tsaka yung derivative sign. Okay? So, makukuha mo yung original function niya. Okay? So, itong mga nanditong table, hindi ko na isa-isahin, pero these are some guides na pwede natin i-multiply sa given differential equation natin kapag hindi siya nag-exact. Okay? So, halimbawa, pag minultiply mo siya, halimbawa, may mga ganito kang form, tapos minultiply mo siya, ito yung magiging sagot niya. No? So, to better understand this, we try to solve an example. Okay? So, let's try first yung first example natin, x squared plus y squared dx plus xy dy. Okay? So, again, first thing na pwede natin gawin in solving derivative by inspection is to properly group yung mga terms natin. Okay? So, let's try to distribute yung natin, no? Yung first term natin. So, x squared y squared dx plus xy dy is equals to 0. I-distribute natin yung dx. So, we have x squared dx plus y squared dx plus xy dy is equals to 0. So, di ba after nito, kung halimbawa nasabi natin exact yung natin, di ba? Ini-integrate natin para maalis natin yung dx and dy, no? So, dito, kung mapapansin mo, kapag yung first term natin, direct na siyang integratable, no? So, pwede na agad itong ma-integrate. So, ibig sabihin, pwede yung second term mo, i-group mo dito sa term na to, no? So, pwede ito yung maging grouping mo. Kasi ito, independently, makukuha natin yung sagot nito, which is x cubed over 3. Wala tayong problema. Unlike dito sa dalawang to, meron tayong problema kasi combination siya ng two variables. So, ibig sabihin itong dalawang to, pwede natin i-group. Okay? So, pag group natin, x squared dx. So, yan, group natin. So, pwede tayong mag-factor out, no? So, try natin factor out yung y. Yung matitira is y dx plus x dy is equals to 0. So, nagkameron tayo ng y dx plus x dy. So, sa tingin nyo, ano yung pwede natin i-multiply dun sa whole equation na mag-a-arrive sa mas magandang arrangement nung terms natin, no? So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung grouping natin sa pangalawa is kailangan, so, di ba to? Makikita nyo itong term na to, y dx plus x dy. Derivative ng anong function to? So, by inspection, anong klaseng derivative to? So, let's say, ano ba, may tayong two variables, tapos naka-multiply siya, di ba? So, halimbawa, sabihin natin, check natin, halimbawa, ano ang derivative ng xy? So, ang derivative niyan is x dy plus y dx, which is the same nung given equation na to, no? So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin kunin yung differential na yon, no? Pero kailangan magkameron tayo ng x dito, no? Kasi y lang siya. Kailangan natin is xy. Okay? So, para magkameron tayo ng differentials na ganito, kailangan multiply natin yung whole equation by x. So, again, by inspection yung ginagawa natin, no? So, pag multiply natin the whole equation by x, may siyang x cubed dx plus xy. Then yung y dx plus x dy can be derivative ng xy, no? Okay? Is equals to 0. Then now, we can perform integration, no? Okay? So, performing integration, we now have x to the fourth over 4 plus xy. So, ito, by UDU. So, nasa form na siya ng UDU. So, labas na lang natin siya. So, this will be xy squared over 2 is equals to c. Or kapag simplify natin, this will be x to the fourth plus 2xy squared is equals to c. So, this will be our equation now. Okay? Okay, so that is our answer for this problem. Okay, so although hindi ako nag-refer dito, pero nakakita ko kasi na yung sa grouping natin, may differential kang maiisip dito, no? Na alam natin na kapag nag-derive tayo ng xy, derivative niya is x dy dx. So, kaya nagkameron ng dxy dito. No? Derivative ng xy, ibig sabihin. Okay? Next, we try another example. So, dito, xy dy minus y squared plus 3x squared dx. So, hindi ko na siya na-check kung exact or not exact, no? Pero, kayo, you have to check it, no? So, kasi kinuha ko na to dun sa problem, sa section na integrating factor by inspection. So, basically, dapat hindi na so exact, no? So, check nyo na lang kung exact siya or not exact kapag may time kayo. As practice na lang din, no? So, let's try xy dy minus y squared plus 3x squared dx. So, write the equation xy dy minus y squared plus 3x squared dx is equals to 0. So, distribute xy dy minus y squared dx minus 3x squared dx is equals to 0. Okay? So, again, yung third term natin is independent na. Isang variable na lang siya. So, yung first term na lang natin yung pwede natin i-group. No? So, pag in-group natin yung first term, so pwede ulit tayo mag-factor out ng common term sa kanila. So, y. So, x dy minus y dx minus 3x squared dx is equals to 0. Okay. Yan. So, paano ngayon yan? So, makapapansin natin, ito yung differential na meron tayo, x dy minus y dx. So, refer tayo ngayon sa table. Ano yung merong x dy tsaka y dx? So, kapag yung group of term mo daw is x dy, y dx, so meron dito is lahat y dx minus x dy. No? Pero pag ni-reverse natin yan, ibig sabihin, multiply lang natin ng negative sign to. Okay? So, pwedeng gamitin natin. So, ibig sabihin, yung sa first table natin, pwede din ito maging x dy minus y dx. Pero integrating factor niya will be times by negative. So, 1 over x squared na lang to, yung integrating factor natin. Para magkameron tayo ng y over x. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, para magkameron tayo ng differentials na y over x, y over x, kailangan yung x dy minus y dx natin, mamultiply natin ng 1 over x squared para magkameron ng 1 over x squared doon. Then, ito yun, para makuha natin yung exact differentials ng y over x. Okay? So, dito, saan na yun? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, multiply natin yung whole equation natin by 1 over x squared. Okay? Okay, so we have y, x dy minus y dx over x squared minus 3. So, x squared multiply, magka-cancel out dx equals to 0. So, this will be y, differentials ng y over x minus 3 dx is equals to 0. Problema natin, yung first term natin, dapat naka y over x yung differentials natin dito. So, dapat yung term natin, pag nilagyan natin ng integration dito, dapat y over x siya. So, sabihin ko lang tayo ng x sa denominator. So, pwede, multiply ulit natin ng 1 over x pa ulit. Okay? So that will be y over x, derivative ng y over x is equals to 3 dx. Okay, mali. Minus 3x dx is equals to 0. So now, we can now integrate the equation. Okay? So we have, so this will be y over x squared over 2, okay? Minus, so this will be, so 3 times x minus 1 plus 1. So this will be, sorry, the x over x is ln x. Okay? It's equals to c. So simplify natin. This will be y squared over 2x squared minus 3 ln x is equals to c. Okay? So pwedeng as is ng ganyan yan or multiply natin lahat by 2x squared. So we have y squared minus 6x squared ln x is equals to c. Okay? So that will be our final answer. Okay? Okay, so any question regarding this example? So you may opt to DM me na lang, no, for clarification if ever you have one. Okay? So next, we try our final example for this method. So we have y times x squared minus y squared plus 1 dx minus x times x squared minus y squared minus 1 dy is equals to 0. So, kailangan i-regroup natin siya para mas maintindihan natin, no? So, kapag distribute ko na and multiply, so we have x squared y dx minus y cubed dx plus y dx minus x cubed dy plus xy squared dy plus x dy is equals to 0. So, meron po tayong mga independent. So, wala, no? Pero pwede tayong mag-grouping. Okay? So, what we can do is to identify kung ano yung mga pwede nating i-group. Okay? So, tingnan nyo kung ano yung mga pwedeng i-factor. So, halimbawa sa first term, x squared y dx. So, hanap tayo ng pwedeng may ka-factor niya. So, ang pwedeng ka-factor ng first term is si try natin yung fourth term, si x cubed dy. Okay? So, pwede natin factor yung x squared sa kanya. So, pwede siya, no? Pwede siya mag-grouping. So, wala namang iba't ibang term na may x squared. So, yun yung first, natin, no? So, x squared y dx minus x cubed dy. Okay? Plus, yung second term natin, y cubed. So, anong pwede natin isama sa kanya? So, yung may y squared, no? Pwede natin factor yung y squared. Okay? So, plus minus y cubed dx plus xy squared dy. Then, yung last is y dx plus x dy. Now, we all know, alam natin yung differential na yan. So, y dx plus x dy. Okay? Is equals to 0. Okay? Then, we try to factor out x squared. So, this will be y dx minus x dy plus dito sa second term, try natin x squared. So, this will be minus y dx plus x dy. Okay? Plus y dx plus x dy is equals to 0. Okay. So, paano gagawin natin? So, let's check kung ano yung pwede natin gamitin doon sa table. So, meron tayong tatlong groupings. So, itong groupings na to, alam na natin pwede natin gawin dyan. No? So, yung derivative ng xy na ganito. Okay? So, lagay ko nga. So, this, mamaya na, para hindi na crowded. Then, yung kailangan natin, ito. So, y dx minus x dy as x dy minus y dx. Tapos, nasa ilalim niya is it's either x squared tsaka y squared. Okay. So, what we can do, so, tingin tayo dito. So, ito yon, meron tayong x dy minus y dx, x squared. No? Tapos meron tayong ito, kasunod. Pero kailangan natin, yung first term natin, para ma-apply natin yung derivative ng dito, so halimbawa dito sa term na to, so para maging y dx minus x dy natin, so dapat yung nasa ilalim niyan is imaginary muna to ha. Dapat nasa ilalim nito is yung y squared, no? Then dito, para ma-apply natin x dy minus x dy, kailangan ito ay x squared. So, kailangan gawin natin, multiply natin both side by x squared, y squared. Para ma-eliminate yung kasama nilang coefficient dito. Okay? So, let's try. Multiply natin yung whole equation natin by x squared, y squared. Okay? So, pag multiply natin, yung first term will now be y dx minus x dy over y squared plus x dy minus y dx, ni-rearrange ko lang, over x squared plus x so dapat pala 1 over x squared, 1 squared. Okay? This will be 1 over x squared, y squared. And ito is pwedeng differentials ng xy, no? Is equals to 0. So, makita natin, itong first term natin, y dx minus y dx over y squared is the same as differentials ng x over y. So, second term natin is y over x. Okay? So, now, can do is, so, reduce ko lang muna. Okay. Okay, so this will be the derivative ng yung y yung may squared, so x over y yan, plus dito yung x yung may squared, so by practice lang siguro, tsaka kayo magiging familiar dyan. Then ito will be pwede natin gawin xy negative 2 dxy, no? Is equals to 0. So kita natin all the terms are now integratable, no? So, integrate natin each term. So, we have x over y plus y over x. So, since negative 2 to, so plus 1, that will be negative 1. So, magiging minus xy negative 1 over negative 1, kaya may naging negative yung sign, is equals to c. So, this will now be xy minus y over x minus 1 over xy is equals to c. Or kapag multiply natin by xy, lahat ng term. So, this will be x squared minus y squared minus 1 is equals to c xy. Okay? So, that will be our final solution or required solution for the given problem. Okay? So, one thing na pwede nyong tandaan kapag solving the integrating factor or introducing integrating factor or a multiplier dun sa differential equation natin to make it more integratable is to be familiar dun sa differentials natin, no? So sa differential calculus natin, alam natin yung mga formulas, sa basic formulas natin ng differential calculus. So pwede natin gamitin yun para ma-transform yung terms natin, yung groupings of terms natin into a yung kumbaga exact differential value niya. Para yun na lang yung magiging basehan natin kapag sa integration, ilalabas na lang natin siya from the integral side kasi magka-cancel out na lang yung derivative niya, no? Tsaka yung integral sign. Okay? So, that ends our lecture for today. So, that is our two methods for integrating factor. So, next lesson, we will be discussing yung integrating factor by inspection, um, linear equation, and the Bernoulli equation. Okay? So, see you guys again next meeting.